everyone, welcome back to Adair Shares, or welcome if you're new here. My name is April and I'm so happy to have you here with me for this week's DIY. This week we are doing 3 Dollar Tree pumpkins. I'm sure you've seen these all over YouTube, but I have been wanting to make my own, and so I absolutely love the way these turned out. I hope you enjoy. It was really super simple. Also, this week is a very special video because Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine recently emailed me. I still can't even believe it. I've been a fan of her channel forever. I absolutely love her videos, and also all of the other ladies that she has collabed with in the past 2 months before me. I know that you will love all of them as well. If you guys are subscribed to me, then I'm sure that you are already subscribed to her, but if not, please go check her out, subscribe. I know that you will absolutely love her content. She does a lot of DIYs like farmhouse, rustic style DIYs, trash to treasures, upcycles, clean with me's, just all kinds of fun content on her channel. Casey is such a kind person, so sweet and genuine, and when you watch her videos, she has the most soothing voice, and at the beginning of every video she has these motivational, encouraging, positive little quotes, and I just love her channel. It's just such a feel-good channel. So she's doing a great job over there, and she inspires me so much, and I'm just so honored to be joining her. So like I said, I can't even believe that she asked me. I don't feel worthy, but I'm so excited, and I hope I do a good job. And I hope that you guys will join us if you'd like to make a video. The rules are really simple. Number 1, just create a video using items that would normally be thrown in the trash and turn them into decor or something usable. Number 2, mention both of our channels and the playlist in your video. Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine and me, April, from Adair Shares. Number 3, include the challenge names somewhere in your title. Number 4, upload your videos on Sunday, October 27th at 9 a.m. Eastern, and there will be a playlist where you can add your videos on Casey's channel. And number 5, most important of all, have fun. This is what this is all about, just having fun. So I really hope that you guys will join us, and I'm so excited to see what everyone creates. I'm sorry for the super long intro, you guys, but I'm just very excited about this, and so I just wanted to make sure that I got everything in. Now on to the DIYs. Okay, so for pumpkin number 1, I'm using Waverly white chalk paint and then Waverly wax to make it look kind of aged or a little more rustic. I love that stuff. I use it so much. And so the first thing I did was just cut off the string and then pulled out the little metal galvanized leaf. I didn't use that for these pumpkins, and so I'll save those for maybe a future project. I just painted the pumpkin white, really super easy. And then I came along with that wax and just kind of distressed it with the wax. I wanted it to have a really rustic look. And I'm still working on getting good at this. I'm not the best at it, but I think it turned out pretty good. And so once I was happy with that, and I kind of wiped it as I went along just to kind of smooth it out to make it not look so harsh. I wanted this pumpkin to look like shiplap, and so I just took something straight and flat to make my lines with a marker, and then drew my lines, and then I went over the lines with that wax, just so that they would stand out more and not look so perfectly straight. I wanted them to, not look perfectly straight. And this part I kind of regret. I wish I wouldn't have done that, but I sanded it off and it kind of softened it. So it was okay. And then I went back over it again. I just kept going back over it with that wax until I was satisfied with the way it looked. And here I'm using these metal words that you can get at Dollar Tree. And at first I painted the thankful one white, but you couldn't see it very well, so I did go back over and paint it black. And this is some buffalo check. Of course, I'm obsessed with buffalo check. Some ribbon that I'm pretty sure I got at Walmart, and some Dollar Tree raffia. And I just played around with this, tied the raffia on. I did cut it down a little bit. Here I'm trying to, this isn't wired, is not wired ribbon. Wired would be a lot better to use, but I'm just making multiple bows using a little my gosh, what is that thing called? Pipe cleaner that you can get at Dollar Tree. Just wrapping it around so that you have several loops and then you don't have to tie multiple bows. So I hot glued that on, and then I did take that little bow that I originally pulled off and put that back on. And then here I just went over that thankful sign with black. I tried to put it on and made a huge mess, so I had to paint back over it. And then I had some little picks that I had pulled apart from previous projects and saved. So I used those, and these are some farmhouse beads, Dollar Tree farmhouse beads that I made, but of course I didn't upload the video because I am just way too critical of myself. As you guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm really working on that, but I made these and I love them, but I actually bought the real deal at Hobby Lobby, so I decided to cut these apart and use them for this sign. All I did was paint the beads and string them on some Dollar Tree jute. That's how I made those beads, really easy. And I just think this sign turned out so beautiful, and this is all Dollar Tree decor except for the ribbon. I think the ribbon was the only thing that I didn't get at Dollar Tree, and I just love the way it turned out. It's so like farmhouse, and I just love it. Now for pumpkin number 2, this is some vintage wrapping paper that I showed twice in 2 previous videos. I had picked this up at a flea market style yard sale with my mom, and I haven't figured out what to do with it until now. I just thought it would be beautiful on one of these wooden pumpkins, and I just love the way it turned out. So this is all Dollar Tree stuff that you see here. Mod Podge you can get at Dollar Tree. I think I got that at Walmart. So I just cut out the wrapping paper. I just traced the shape of the pumpkin on the back of the wrapping paper and then cut it out and Mod Podged it on. And I just think this wrapping paper is so beautiful. You might not love it if you're not into roses, but I just love this wrapping paper. Now I don't know, I'm sure it's not actually vintage. I'm assuming it's just a vintage design. I don't know, but they were selling it as vintage. So here I'm just using a sponge brush to apply the Mod Podge, and I was really worried that this paper would tear, so I was trying to be careful, and it went on really good. The creases didn't come out, but that's okay. I think it still looks really good. So once I got that on, I applied some Mod Podge on top and then just kind of used my hand. The reason I used my fingers instead of like a card or something, I was just really worried that I would tear it. And here I was using an X-Acto knife to kind of cut off the excess. That didn't really work out so well. I don't know why I didn't use sandpaper, but I didn't think of that. And then I just cut 2 pieces of this jute. Now, this is not Dollar Tree jute. This is thicker, but you can use Dollar Tree jute. I just didn't think that it would show up as well if it was the thinner kind. So I just cut 2 strings and hot glued those on just to make it, it look more like a pumpkin shape, give it some extra detail and dimension. I got this idea from Pinterest. Recently I saw a pumpkin similar, of course, with different different color paper and all of that, different ribbon, but the 2 jute strings on the front, I did get that idea from Pinterest. Here, this is some Dollar Tree burlap ribbon, and I'm just cutting off the edges. I didn't want those thick edges on so that I could wrap it around the top, and I just love the way that looks. I just absolutely love the way this pumpkin turned out. I think it's so pretty, and I really like the contrast between the polka dots and the roses. I cut the ribbon down a little bit shorter, and then this is that really pretty lace that you can get at Dollar Tree, and so I just tied a simple bow and hot glued that on top of the other bow. And then I took some of this burlap that you can get at Dollar Tree, and I just pulled off all of the strings that go the opposite direction because I just wanted to use string. And then I just took like 2 of them, tied a little bow, and added that on top, and I just think it's so pretty. It just gives that little pop of red to go along with the roses, and love it turned out. And then I've turned it back over and just re-glued some jute for the hanging part, and I just think this is so pretty. Oh, and one thing I didn't show was that I did put some of that wax around the edges. I don't know if you can tell. So on to pumpkin number 3, and I absolutely love this one as well. I wasn't sure which of these 2 paints I was going to use, but I did end up using that Waverly Moss color. It's a little bit darker than the other one. And for this one, I'm just using some lace. Again, these are some picks that I had pulled apart. I always save like little remnants to use for future projects. And so I just painted the back the same as before. So once it dried, I took some of this antique white and I went ahead and painted all of those little leaves and those little berry things. I wanted this pumpkin to have a really soft look to it. I wanted it to have that soft green and soft white. So that's why I painted these the white color. I thought it would be prettier than just the orange. And I also took a Dollar Tree sunflower and just cut the stem off and decided to paint that too. And I love the way this looks. So I used a bigger brush and then I used a littler brush to paint down into the little areas that you couldn't get with the big brush. And then I went over everything again with that wax just to give it a rustic look and add a little detail. And then I painted the stem with that wax as well. Oh, and I wanted to let you guys know that I am sharing a garden update at the end of this video, but my garden is like totally dead. It's totally dead. Everything is frozen. It literally turned black overnight. Everything was destroyed because it got really super cold, but I did go out with my son and we picked the pumpkins, so I hope you at least enjoy that. Just keep in mind that my garden last month and the month before didn't look like it does now. If you're new here and if you're not interested in the garden updates, that's why I keep them at the end of the video, so that if you are just here for the crafts, then you can enjoy the crafts and you don't have to watch the garden updates. But some people do enjoy them and I love sharing them. So anyway, I'm just hot gluing everything on, and that orange checkered ribbon, I can't remember where I got that. I either got it at Walmart or Joann's. These are letters that I've never used before. They're from the Dollar Tree, cartoonish. So I just think they're so cute, and I thought just the simple word fall would look really cute on this sign, and I love the way it turned out. These are Dollar Tree beads. Every time I open a pack and I don't use all of my beads, I just dump them on this little tray. And I just thought green and orange on a piece of jute would be so pretty. And oh my gosh, I just think the string on this sign is what really just makes it stand out. I just think it's pretty, it's so easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to join in on our Trash to Treasure video collaboration this month, October 27th. Go check out Casey's channel. If you're not going to make a video, just enjoy watching everyone else's, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
There you go.
Got him.
I got that on video.